Hello everyone, this is a review on the Motorola Wi-Fi Video Baby Monitor camera. As you can see it right here in the box at least. It's a video camera that you can mount up in your bedroom or your child's bedroom, and you can remotely view it from anywhere, from your iPhone, Android device, iPod, you name it. If you can download an app, you can actually view this camera. So we're going to see how it works, see some of the limitations of it, and see if this is maybe the right thing for you and your family. So with that, let's look at the camera. Okay, let's talk about how you're going to set this camera up. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your iPad, which I have right here, and you're going to download the app called Monitor Everywhere. So go ahead and get that downloading right off the bat. Again, it's called Monitor Everywhere. You're going to find that in the App Store. Next, you're going to have the camera off, and you're going to hold down the reset button, and then you're going to turn the camera on. And you're going to hold the reset button until you hear an audible beep. At that point, it'll take about 60 seconds to a minute. After you hear the beep, actually, you can release the reset button. And after about 60 seconds or so, you'll hear a double beep, and that means you're kind of ready to set up. At that point, you're going to go back to your iPad and select in the Wi-Fi settings. In settings, you'll see Wi-Fi. Go there, and you'll see something that says camera. So you're going to actually connect your Wi-Fi to the camera itself. So you're going to be disabled from your home network. And at that point, your iPad will be connected, or your iPhone will be connected to your camera. And then from there, we'll see how the next steps go. Okay, the next portion, you're going to go into Monitor Everywhere, your app, and you're going to create a new account, and you're going to walk through the steps. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, but you will walk through the account, and that will let you set up your new camera. And then eventually you'll go back to your home network and you'll set it up and you'll be able to view your camera. So with that, we're going to talk a little bit more about the camera itself. So you see it's plugged in wired. So you have it's not battery operated. You have a small antenna on the back and a little microphone and temperature setter. It will automatically pan and move, so it will actually, through your controls, you can move it up and down and left and right, so it's motorized. And that's kind of a unique feature for this Motorola camera. A lot of the baby monitors I've seen, while they will let you pan left and right, what it does is it just focuses one area of the camera itself to that side. It doesn't physically move the camera, unlike this one, so that's kind of an additional feature. So let's see how this thing actually works and how it sets up, and see if this is maybe right for you. Okay, I apologize in advance if you see a little glare on my screen, but we're going to see how it works. So now I've got the camera set up, I select it, and it's going to connect to the baby monitor. And that is the inside of the room. So this is what you can see now. Again, I'm trying to do this without glare, but you can see Buzz Lightyear is right here. Her Merida doll is next to it, so you can hit the pan button, and it pans down. Now, this is on an iPad, so this is on a larger screen than typical, so the clarity isn't, it is a little pixelated, but it's still actually much better than the typical baby monitor, so it is pretty good. Now, another thing that you may not see, but on the upper corner right there, it actually shows the temperature. So it's 66 degrees in my daughter's bedroom, so that's not too bad. Again, so right here you have the pan. Here you have the ability to zoom. It's a digital zoom, so you do lose a little clarity. You have the ability to speak to your child through the camera, so you use the microphone on your iPhone or iPad that allows you to talk through the camera. You can actually take a snapshot of what you see, so that's kind of an additional neat feature that you can take a snapshot and it goes right in your photo album. You have the ability to play lullabies. So right now we're playing lullabies through the camera. So you can do Rockabye Baby, Lullaby Goodnight, Lavender Blue, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So just to give you an idea of everything you can do on it. And again, like I said, you can pan, and this is probably the neatest feature of the whole camera, in my opinion. And again, you see that I'm doing this through my iPad on my local home network. There are some additional features on it which we're going to talk about here next that makes this a really good thing and kind of somewhat of a negative thing too. Now, you don't actually have to be in your home network. You could be out traveling, you could be at the restaurant, and use this truly as a nanny cam where remotely through your iPhone you can see whatever's on this camera. So with that, let's talk about how that's done. Okay, so the Motorola Baby Cam here will actually allow you to remotely view. And how it does it is it sets it up so that the camera is actually going to a third-party website, and then you're accessing the third-party website through the app. So you're not setting up port forwarding on your local router, but you're actually going through kind of like a third party. So there are some security concerns about this. One of the things is that when you sign their terms and conditions, you give permission to the company to that they're going to essentially own the information. Now, I think this is more of a legal thing than to say that they actually own your password for your network. But you know, it is kind of alarming that you have to supply information like that to a third party where you're giving them access to see behind your firewall. So some people aren't going to like that, but for others, again, depending on what you're concerned about, we got this set up in our daughter's bedroom. You can set it up wherever. So I don't know how much information somebody's actually going to get from the camera. It's more about the access that they get to your router. But again, it is a network security concern for some people. Other people are going to love it because it makes it a lot easier for them to set up and not have to go through port forwarding on their system, set up their router. So that does offer an advantage. So kind of keep that in mind. So next, we're going to review everything and see if this is maybe the right device for you. Okay, so there are a lot of things that I really do like about the Motorola baby camera. One is that the picture is pretty good quality for a baby camera in high light or conditions with lots of light, as you see here. But even in dark conditions, it does better than the typical baby camera, especially on a screen this size. Typically, even on a handheld unit, you don't get this kind of clarity that you would get even on an iPad here. So the clarity is good. I do like the remote viewing capability that you do have with it. I am, not completely sold on the security issue. I understand why people would have concerns with it. So keep that in mind. There are a couple bugs I've seen with it. One, and some of the remote viewing, I found that the camera has some network issues from time to time. When you're outside of your network, it has a tendency to lock up and shut down. And another issue that I've seen, which is really odd, is that I have to actually turn the program off. Otherwise, I can't get any Bluetooth device to play through my iPad. So that was kind of an anomaly. So if this is open, even in the background, you won't be able to, or I've not been able to get a Bluetooth device to work. Again, I've not used it with an Android device, so I really don't have a lot to say there. But for an iPad or iPhone, I think it works really well. Now, would I use this as my primary baby camera? Probably not, just because it is a little inconvenient to always have to have your iPad or iPhone open to this program at all times when you're sleeping. However, it is a nice supplement to your current baby camera, especially if you want a nanny cam. This is probably the best one I've seen. So I'm going to give it 4 stars. I am a little concerned about some of the security issues with the terms and conditions, but I think that can be overcome. It's probably blown out of proportion. The camera itself is very good. A little buggy on the network and a little buggy with this Bluetooth interference thing that it seems to cause. But with that, I'd give it 4 stars.